Production TV, Githima kia mwihoko.
Welcome to this live broadcast. My name is Monica Waithaka. You can equally call me Monica Muriuki. We are happy to have you. We have seen a situation whereby people are going through a lot of crisis. We have had news of people who want to commit suicide. We know people are working from home and have to change lifestyle. And I thought it is very important to bring in a professional to take us through the topic on depression that could have happened or could have been triggered by COVID-19. And today I am joined by no other but a very renowned a counselor or a psychologist. He's also a reverend. He is also a great motivational speaker, and of course a mentor for many. And that is no other but Reverend Pastor Wawero. So Pastor Wawero, welcome to this broadcast. Let my viewers get to know who you are and what you do.
Thank you so much, Monica. I'm Henry Wawero, and we are here to discuss on the topic COVID, depression that has been caused by COVID and Corona, and we are here to help someone out of these depressing issues. And I believe as we listen, you shall be helped. You're going to learn. You're going to be blessed. So karibuni sana.
Asante. Thank you, Reverend Wawero. As Reverend Wawero has told you, he's a counseling psychologist. He has helped very many. He has really majored in issues of depression, and currently he's learning also a school where he's training people to become great counselors. Welcome once again. I'm happy to have you in this particular program. And to start us off, possibly, Reverend Wawero, let us understand what is depression.
Okay. Now, depression is like a long word.
Mm-hmm. And
depression always insinuates a process.
Mm-hmm.
You don't wake up one morning and you find yourself depressed.
Okay.
Depression has a process.
Mm-hmm.
We say depression is the feeling of gloom, sadness, being melancholic. Depression are of different types, but generally depression is that feeling of hopelessness, the feelings of helplessness,
of giving up.
Yeah,
can you say
giving up, despair. I've counseled so many people in the area of depression, and all they tell me is, I'm in darkness, it's as if I'm in a dark hole, as if I'm in a dark tunnel. I don't see anything at the end, and that's why depression can resort to suicide and to suicide tendencies. So depression is that feeling of gloom. You're in a dark cave. You're in that dark tunnel. You're in a deep pit, and there is no help.
So do you want to tell me, I've heard people say something like, I can't take it anymore. Is that an indicator that this person could be depressed?
Okay, we call that languages of depression. To every person who is listening to me, you are close to a person who is depressed. That person might be a friend, a person might be a co-worker, your sister, your brother, a church mate. All of us, we are surrounded by depressed people. And you ask yourself, by the other day, in the course of this week, one young man said on Facebook, he said, we were with you yesterday, we talked, and then today I received the news that you have committed suicide.
Oh my.
Now, the difference was, this friend could not discern that this person is depressed. And so this person was surprised. So we have what we call language of depression. How can you know someone is depressed? There are some languages they use.
Maybe possibly before we go to languages of depression, our viewers, possibly before we go to languages, first of all, make us understand what are signals, what are signs that we need to see, what are signs that somebody possibly feels that could make that person know that I am depressed.
Okay, depending on the personalities of people. Okay, for example, if someone talks excessively,
and I hope Pastor Wawero is not attacking somebody here that somebody talks excessively.
Some depressed people, they talk and talk depending on their personality.
Okay.
Some people are melancholic, so they're introverted. They're introverts. So when they are depressed, they go into hiding. They go into their own caves.
It's like a withdrawal or something?
Exactly. They withdraw, they become reserved, they become isolated. So you used to see this person, but no longer see the person. So introverted people tend to go back into their pits, into their caves. an extroverted person will tend to talk and talk and talk. So if you have a friend ameongea sana, ameongea sana na hajo ameongea sana na dasi kuongea tu kwa sababu
Monica hajakuwa akiongea.
Monica wewe unaongeaga sana. Hata mimi naongeaga sana. Sasa ndio unaweza jua Monica depressed si kwa sababu ya kuongea sana, kwa sababu ya what you are talking, is it lining up, is it making sense in a rhyme. For example, we are talking about politics and then talk about weather. After weather your topics are not coordinated.
I'm just looking for a forum and I start flowing.
Exactly. Ama kuropokwa na maneno.
Uncoordinated speeches.
Exactly. Kuropokwa na maneno kuropokwa na maneno for example, where unakuta we are two here and our cameraman. Yes. Then someone comes in here, this person start talking about his family. His husband, her husband, her wife, her children, her boss. That's a depressed person.
So uncoordinated dialogue.
Anaigiria tu stories za wenyewe.
Kuongea tu.
He just want to talk. That's a depressed person.
Okay.
They are called signs and symptoms.
Maybe what else can we look at?
There are many. There are many.
I want you to give a general overview.
A general overview.
Yeah, of signs to look in a person that can clearly tell that this person could be depressed, particularly possibly in their change of lifestyle. Maybe somebody used to love people, to go out. Now this person looks withdrawn.
Exactly.
Could that be an indicator?
Let's talk about not about things like what you're talking about. For example, Monica is supposed to go to work.
Yeah.
Then you don't go to work.
And I have no psych.
Or you go to work late. You're supposed to report at 8 a.m. You report to work at 11 a.m. The boss should not first of all fight that employee. The boss should first of all seek to understand.
I hope they're getting that.
Yeah, because some of our bosses and our employers, they don't have empathy. They want you to work.
Yeah.
But as a boss or as an employer, you need to know you are dealing with depressed people in that office. Is someone coming late? Is this person like what do I say? Let's talk about the outlook. For example, I know you Monica as smart always.
Yes.
So nisaidie nitakutana na wewe nione hujatengeneza nywele. Tena na wewe niangalie hiyo ka t-shirt. Kakona shimo.
I want to give you a situation. Then I think viewers, I could have called Pastor Waweru to help us juggle through this topic, and possibly I'm also depressed. You see, for women, we commonly wear wigs.
Yes.
And one day you're going to work.
Okay.
I woke up in the morning, prepared to work, forgot to put on the wig. Get to school. Oh my! Is that an indicator that could have been depressed?
Your grooming will tell me if you are depressed or not. So this person used to be smart. Then all over
becomes unkempt.
Her hair is unkempt. This person is not clean. Okay. When you talk with people who suffer from bipolar depression, when their energy levels goes down, even waking up becomes a problem. They suffer from what we call morning depression, morning blues. This person cannot wake up. So this person, even to wake up to go and do showering, this person can't.
So we can look at also sleep. The patterns of sleep.
Exactly.
Either oversleeping, possibly?
Oversleeping or insomnia. Yeah. If someone oversleeps, this person is always in the bed. We know this person is an active person. Then all over why this person is still in the house.
Wants to be in bed.
This person wants to be in bed. This person has no interest on the basic things. What are the basic things of life? Eating.
True.
So people who are depressed, they tend to eat a lot. Or they tend to
lack
starve.
Appetite. Okay.
To starve. People go to those two extremes.
Yes.
You can overeat. Some depressed people tend to eat a lot because they eat anything to feel satisfied. Others, they tend to they starve and starve. If someone is starving, this person won't die. That's one way of dying. In fact, there's what we call slow suicide. Like utaki kujinyonga. So
lakini unajipeleka pole pole.
Unajua kujinyonga ni shameful. Kukunywa marathon. Ni shameful.
Ama dawa ya panya.
Ama dawa panya. Yes. So what they do is they starve themselves slowly. So the basics is food, how you wear, that is grooming. The other basic thing in life is sleeping. Is this person oversleeping? Is this person undersleeping?
Lack of sleep, what you are calling insomnia?
Yeah. When you lack interest in the basic things of life, like socializing, moving out, talking to people, going to work. These are basics.
So basically, those are the very major signs of depression.
Yeah.
So one needs to look at their way of life.
Their way of life.
What they commonly do.
Exactly.
And if they find that maybe you were not a person who used to oversleep and now you are sleeping more, or you a person who have never lacked sleep and you're now having insomnia.
Exactly.
You are changing in eating habits.
Exactly.
Either you're eating too much,
Exactly.
or you are not having an appetite.
Exactly.
And possibly the aspect of the psyche in life.
Yeah.
You feel like you are withdrawn. You don't want to
Exactly.
go where people are.
Yeah.
And when they comes to talking, you want to talk. For
Yeah.
those who were saying are extreme.
Okay.
Depending with personality.
Yeah.
So that is a very, very, very nice. You have really enlightened us on that particular.
Two words,
Uh-huh.
as we summarize there,
Uh-huh.
overindulgence
Uh-huh.
and underindulgence. Meaning, is this person overdoing things? Like this person doesn't drink, or he drinks once in a week, and this person is drinking
Now
every
too
day.
much.
DDO, daily
Uh-huh.
drinking officer.
Eh.
Do you know that people who drink a lot, most of them are trying to cope with depression? Yeah,
True.
they go into addictions.
They want to live a lie. They want
Exactly.
to suppress the issues
Exactly.
they are going through.
Exactly. Then underindulgence. You're not doing the basics.
Yes.
So you can go to either extremes.
Excellent. So, my viewer, you can almost tell right now whether there are signs that you could be depressed. And possibly, before we look at things that could have triggered depression and possibly how people can change their lifestyle during this corona period, possibly, Waweru, let us understand what are the signals.
Signals.
Yes, you have said language.
Yeah.
Depression language or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about language. Because all of us speaks.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And we speak differently.
True.
Some people speak like me, I talk a lot. Like me,
Of
me I'm a
course.
talker. I speak.
Me too.
Hata saizi nikiingereza inanikwaza.
Inakuletea nuksi.
You know, in English you must think
Yeah.
before you speak. If I was speaking Kikuyu. Now, so me I speak.
That's a good one.
Other people communicate by writing.
You're right.
Okay? Other people communicate by attitude, their body language.
True.
Okay, so we are supposed
Can
to
we also put emotions there?
attitude. Let's put emotion and attitudes.
Okay.
It is the same,
Okay.
and that's a good word.
Okay.
That like people talk using their body language.
True.
They talk by their tone.
True.
People talk with their words. Even the way you groom,
True.
you are talking.
The facial expression.
Sawa sawa. And some people communicate by writing. Sawa sawa.
Yes.
So do you have friends in Facebook, and they are saying, "I am useless. What is life for?"
Hopelessness.
Yeah, they have a language of helplessness, hopelessness, and they are saying, "I have given up.
Can't take
I'm
it.
not worth living.
I can't take it
I can't take it anymore."
Okay.
Okay, that language is a signal of a depressed person. So we are supposed to be observant as a community, because we have so many depressed people in our churches, in our offices, on the streets. In fact, I meet people along the street that can tell you're a depressed person. But some people go looking down, others cry a lot,
What about this aspect of people talking to themselves?
talking to themselves.
Yeah, you see a person maybe walking on the street and they are literally communicating within themselves.
If someone is talking to himself,
Yes.
that means this person is bio depression. This person has got to schizophrenia.
Hiyo ni
So-
karibu adazi.
Now, this person needs medical help. This person needs more than counseling. This person needs counseling and medical help. And amefika pahali, he
Medical
no longer
stage.
coordinates.
True.
So we say there are three kinds of people in life. We have the normal people, we have the neurotic, and we have the psychotic. So huyu amepita normal, amepita neurotic,
Ako
sasa
karibu na
amekuwa
psychotic.
psychotic. So
My.
kwa lugha yetu karibu kutupa bao.
So simply you telling us, so possibly what Reverend Waweru is simply telling us, our viewers, is that if you get to if you do not get help and you are depressed, it will get to stages until you
Exactly.
go out of what is
Exactly.
expected.
Exactly. You are no longer yourself.
You're
You're
no
being
longer
controlled
normal.
by other issues and other things. You're no longer the Monica we knew. That's why it is important for friends to note. Note how is your wife grooming? How is your husband talking?
What about picking fights from nowhere?
Many depressed people, they can go to any extreme. Some they no longer socialize. Anakaa kwa nyumba anajifungia. Akisikia mnakuja kwa nyumba anaenda kwa shamba. This person want to live alone in that small cave. Then kuna the others who have a lot of energy and because they are depressed they fight.
True.
Akienda kwa bar anapigana. they pick up quarrels with their wives, with their children, with their bosses, and they don't care. Do you know someone who is fighting doesn't care?
Because I have noticed, possibly even in places of work, you see somebody, the noises they are making do not correspond with the issues that at hand.
Exactly.
You see somebody, something very petty, magnifies it and makes it so huge.
Uncontrolled anger.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Could uncontrolled anger be a signal that this person could be undergoing depression?
We all get angry. The difference is, how do you manage your anger? That's what we talk about anger management. We don't talk about anger resolution. You cannot resolve anger. You can only manage it.
Yes.
So a depressed person doesn't have the power or the willpower to manage anger.
Okay.
They can even be looking for quarrels. Kwa sababu anataka in the process awe mtu ama ajiue.
Oh my.
Yes.
So our viewers, you get that depression is not a joke. It's something very serious and it requires a lot of help. But we are happy to be here. Reverend Waweru will be helping us understand how can we get a solution. But possibly, Reverend Waweru, before we take a break, I would want you to highlight things during this COVID-19 that could really trigger depression.
Exactly.
In the society, we have had so many things. Maybe there are people who are earning a living, they're not earning a living today. Definitely there are also men who are working far from home, and now they are forced to work from home. I want you identify for us people who are customers. Can we call them customers to depression now during this COVID-19?
People are vulnerable to depression.
Yes.
Okay, we have different kinds of depression. Let's focus on one. Situational. Because what you're talking about is situational depression. We have depression because of a situation, because of the difficulties of life. Difficulties of life. Difficulties of life can trigger depression. Even normal people like us, who don't have genetical depression or biological depression, we can suffer from depression because of what you're going through. For example, this man is going through a divorce. That is situational. This woman is going through loss. Maybe this mother lost a baby. That is situational. We have situational depression, and that's what we are in today. We are calling it COVID.
Yes.
COVID
it's
depression.
A situation.
It's a situation.
Can we also call it a seasonal depression?
No, it is not seasonal, because seasonal depression, we have what we call seasonal affective disorder.
Oh,
This is depression that is caused by the seasons of life.
Okay.
And that they are closely related.
By seasons of life, do you mean?
Seasons of life, like if you are in midlife, if you are in midlife, umepata mtoto. Some women wanapata depression akipata mtoto. And that's unasikia mama alialia mtoto akakufa. Ama mama aliasha mtoto. Sasa
menopause.
Menopause. Old age. Na saa ile mwezi iko kule juu, kuna watu wanakuwa na depression. When it is we are in July.
That's a good one.
We are in July. Kuna watu wanapata depression sasa kumenyesha sana. For example, last night kwa town yetu there was thunderstorms. And lightning, and all those black clouds, you can suffer from seasonal depression.
That's a seasonal depression. So currently we are discussing situational. So don't confuse my viewer, situational depression and seasonal depression. So today we will only major, as guided by Reverend Waweru, on situational depression.
Exactly.
And the trigger of this situational depression is COVID-19.
Exactly. Exactly.
Before we continue, I would want us to go for a break, and once we come back, we will be juggling through different situations that are causing depression and how we can have a solution. It is not over with you. Don't touch that button. We're coming back.
Hihi we hauna no wende kurekoderwo nyimbo ciaku na quality ya iguru. Kana no wende kuerwo video cia kirathi kia iguru na mbica theru uhiki-ini kana uthoni-ini. Kudo tikogi ni Meli Production. Tukoragwo mucini wa Nyahururu Olympia Building Hotel First Floor, rumu namba 24 na no utwite o haria hothe ungikorwo uri. Marihi maitu ni marũmbũitie muhuko waku. Ninge no tuheanaga motungata mangĩ ta studio photography, graphic design na keyboard training. Twaririe umuthi kugerera thimu namba 0721 252749 ona kana uchere Meli Production, mushini wa Nyahururu Olympia Building Hotel First Floor, rumu namba 24. Meli Production, for quality services.
Welcome back, our viewers. As I had earlier told you, I am joined today by Reverend Waweru. Reverend Waweru is a counseling psychologist. He's also a reverend, a pastor, and a motivational speaker, and definitely a mentor to very many, both young people and the old. And we are privileged today that he will be helping us to juggle through, giving us enough wisdom, enough enlightenment on the topic depression. And particularly, we are discussing situational depression over this period of COVID-19. We know people are going through a lot of stresses. There are those who have lost their jobs. There are those who are living at home for the first time. They have never bonded with their children and their wives, and they are finding it a problem. There are also those who have closed churches. There are those who are going through serious financial constraint because their financial strength has been reduced, has dwindled to zero, and they are wondering, can I continue living? Is it worth continue living? We are here to answer your questions, and I am joined. Pastor Wabero continue encouraging our viewers. And as we had earlier said, what will happen to these people who are undergoing this crisis? I want, first of all, we look at people who have lost their jobs.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, one of the greatest problems with COVID is the government was not prepared. Organizations are not prepared. Churches are not prepared. Families are not prepared. So these abrupt changes have caused depression. Because unaambiwa kesho kuje job, airport imefungwa. So you have abrupt changes of plans. Depending on how you handle the changes of life, you can be depressed or you can overcome. So the question is, how have we handled all these changes?
Yes.
That's the question.
Because it really speak to us. I was listening to, there's something that has been trending in social media. Very serious, famous comedians. One was even opening up to another that he really wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah.
And he even gave situations in which he really wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah.
So out there, we see a nice comedian. We even admire their life.
Exactly.
But down there, this comedian is going through a lot.
Exactly.
So tell us, how do they handle, during this situation of COVID-19, how should people handle
Exactly.
those triggers
Okay.
of depression? How can they undergo behavioral change?
Exactly.
So that they adapt.
Exactly. Now, most of us have been living a lie. Living a lie means we have been living as if this world belongs to us. Hii dunia Monica si yetu.
Kabisa.
We are passers-by. We are sojourners.
I hope you get it.
Yeah, we are just passing by. We are sojourners. So, how many people have been saving for a rainy day?
None.
We are not been saving.
We spend everything when we get it.
Someone who had a job, earning a salary, expected to continue earning the salary.
True.
So this person was not saving. Now COVID comes. Businesses have closed down. You see, that situation will lead to depression. Now the question is, how do we handle?
Yeah, that is exactly what we want our viewer to hear.
Exactly.
How do they handle this depression?
Exactly.
Yes.
Monica, most of us are debt to pay.
A lot.
And auctioneers don't want to know that there is COVID. Banks and circles don't know there is COVID. They will be calling us. They are calling us. They are calling people. They are sending messages every morning. That is enough for you to become depressed. The messages. Then you have your wife.
Yeah, and children.
You have the children, they are at home.
True.
Budget yetu tulikuwa tumelipa wapi? Monica ni mwalimu. Tulikuwa tumelipa shule. Sasa wataka sasa ninunue chakula.
Yes.
Nilikuwa nimelipa school fees.
You knew the children were supposed to eat from school.
Exactly. Those abrupt changes are enough to cause depression.
True.
The issue is, how do we handle them? The first thing is, I want to encourage every listener, live one day at a time.
Oh, exactly.
Exactly.
Live one day at a time.
Live one day at a time. One way to overcome anxiety, it is we live now.
Yes.
Umekula.
Live alone tomorrow, today.
Sleep. Exactly. Uko na
I love
10,000.
that.
Uko na 10,000. Take 1,000, go and pay that debt. Is that what you can do now? Just do it.
Exactly.
Don't worry about
That's
it.
tough.
Why will I get to that 1 million to clear my debt? Now we need to face life. Many people who are depressed, they run away from life. One thing about
They become escapist.
Exactly.
That's what my teacher would call them.
when you flee, these problems comes after you. And when you commit suicide, the devil comes after you.
Oh my.
Exactly.
True.
So I don't want to scare anyone with the hair, but my point is, it is important to face life. For example, wanakupigia simu kwa sababu ya deni ya bank, go to the bank manager. Go to the other person, I lost my job. I can only
face your problems heads on.
Exactly. I can only pay you 1,000 per month. And
I'm unable to pay the installment that I had committed to do.
Exactly. So you face life. You don't run away from. You don't flee. You face.
That is very strong. Face life.
Exactly.
Live one day at a time.
Exactly. You face your problem. The other thing you need to do is, people who are close to you, explain to them. Tell your daughter, tell your son, it is not possible for me to take you for that outing. There is COVID.
Things have changed.
Even hotels have closed down. You cannot go swimming. You want that luxury.
True.
You want me to pay for that DSTV. I cannot afford for now. So this is how life is.
We are taking it free to air.
Do you know air? Free to we want freedom. Free to air. Free to air programs.
We are going to access free to air content.
Exactly. You are making my interview very very easy. So sharing. Do you know that in the Bible there were 7 men who committed suicide, not a single woman?
So men are prone to committing
men
suicide.
are vulnerable to suicide. Do you know why? Men, we don't share.
Yes.
We don't open up.
It's a taboo.
We don't talk about it. No, we our Kasha taught us that as a man you have to be strong.
Yes, when mwanaume.
Ukienda kwa burial ceremony, women faint, they cry, wanapiga duru. Kuna duru gizani. Wanapiga duru.
Wanaume ndio hawa wamejikaza.
Mwanaume ni kujikaza. Even a singer akasema ni kuyumia. Mwanaume ni kujikaza. Tutoke ni kuyumia, tunakaa kwa kujikaza. We live by
by hardening ourselves.
Kujikaza kisabuni. Na hata hiyo sabuni huna.
I love that.
So the point is, we were told that the boy child should not cry. The boy child should not express himself.
That's how you are socialized.
So this man has an issue with the wife.
True.
This man have a troubled teenager. This man have lost his job. This man has no one to share. If you find 3 men sitting kwa hotel wakiongea, wako na deal. Men only meet when there is a deal. Sasa
ana good deal for matter.
Ana good deal ya kununua shamba.
Yeah? That should be confirmed by men.
Yeah. So but you find women pale nje
we talk.
Gate.
We talk.
You talk petty things.
Yes.
You talk and talk. You talk about your cat, about your dog, about your cow, about that husband.
We even discuss the neighbor. We have no issue.
Do you know that gossip helps a lot? Because you are sharing.
It's a therapy.
Hey, mzee wangu amenisubua
sana.
Amenisubua sana. Hata paka yangu alikufa jana usiku.
That is good.
You see,
so
women share, they communicate, they talk, they wanasheka, wanalia. Sasa and women are very good in comforting one another. Although utabia mwanamke shida zako ende akaongee mwingine, lakini hata akienda aongee at the end of the day umemwambia. So hiyo kitu imekutoka. That is why men are vulnerable to depression.
So you're telling them it is important to speak to someone who is close to you.
To every man who is listening to me, please speak out. Look for a mentor. Look for a counselor. Look for a pastor. Look for a friend. Go to your boss. Talk.
For a life coach. Somebody to guide you.
Exactly. If you are feeling like break down. Cry. Sasa, do you know how you fight? Fighting is energy. I'm expressing my energy.
True.
Sawa by fighting.
Yeah.
Do you know the same energy you use to cry is the same energy you can use to fight? So women cry
like
with fight. Yeah. It is energy. Mazishi watu wanapiga duru wanaanguka chini.
So you telling them to divert their energy.
Exactly. Instead of being a bully and fighting your wife, kupiga kelele kwa nyumba, kuvuja vitu kwa nyumba, go, if you can break down, go and cry. It is okay for a man to cry. Jesus wept.
True. What about the people who have really lived a lie? People who want to impress. They live to impress.
Okay.
They live to show others that the milestone I have achieved.
Okay.
This is the strength that I have.
Exactly.
And right now, life has drilled them down.
Yeah.
And they have nothing to show.
Exactly.
And they feel like, no, now what do I tell people? What I want you to speak to, or to really guide people who think that they owe the society an explanation of what they are and what they have in life.
Exactly. Sometimes we want to impress people.
Yeah.
And there is no interest in impressing people. There's this young man kwa social media the other day. This young man alisema, forget I'm a celebrity. Nimefungiwa nyumba. Na nilala na washman. This man spoke, shared out. Do you know this man received help? That young man received help.
I heard he got over 2 million.
Exactly. Don't live a lie.
True.
Speak out. Whatever is bothering you, speak out. Talk to your wife, talk to your children. Tell them we can't manage to do this, we can manage only this. So you share. Stop living a lie. Stop impressing people who don't even know you. Some of us unanunua suti na pesa ya kukopa. Pesa ya branch na tara.
Sasa
unanunua gari na pesa ya kukopa.
In fact, I have seen a joke that is going on to do with Tara and Branch, that why they really went mute or quiet. People, I think people have been trying to get money and having debts.
Exactly.
So what do you tell them?
Manage your life. Do what you can. If you can't afford something, tell those who are close to you, I can't afford it.
Live your own means.
Life. Live your own means. If you are helping someone, call that person. I was helping you monthly, but I can't. I lost my job. But when I get back my job, I'll continue helping you. Talk to your parents. Tell them I'm going through and this. Mama atakutumia viazi kutoka Kinangop.
Yes, that is a nice one.
Shamata.
So anyone who's going through a difficult period of time, those who have lost their job, particularly if you look at private school teachers and entrepreneurs, the owners of private schools, they are devastated.
Exactly.
In fact, I saw one from, I think it is Kirinyaga. There's a video that is trending. An owner of a private school, and it's a big school. Right now, he has layered chickens in the classrooms.
Exactly.
So what Waweru is trying to tell us is that and talk to someone.
Exactly.
That's what you have to. That's
exactly.
to, and then adjust.
Now that was the word I was looking for. That word, be flexible. Like if you're a teacher and you have lost your teaching job because you used to work in a private school. Do you know you can get 2 students? Okay, have social physical distance.
Yes.
Teach them chemistry.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. Teach them chemistry and earn.
True.
Unaweza enda kwa soko uanze kuuza.
Kabisa.
Sometimes you have to leave our degrees down. Hiyo degree yako ya Jomo Kenyatta
uweke chini. Flexible. And in fact, I was looking at the newspaper another day, and the newspaper had made quite unusual comment. A commentator had said that teachers are taking odd jobs.
They're not odd.
By farming. Is farming odd?
Money is money. I could penny money. If someone working in an office, a white collar job, apate 1,000. Mama auze kwa soko apate 1,000. 1,000 is 1,000.
True.
There's no odd
the
job.
value is the same.
Yeah.
So please, for those who have lost their jobs, there's no odd job.
There's
as
no
far
as
definitely there are those odd jobs. There are odd jobs. But particularly if the job that you're doing meets societal expectations, meets moral expectations, then go for it. So you're telling them to become young entrepreneurs, to try small businesses.
Exactly. Work at home.
Adjust. Work at home.
Exactly.
Try to be creative.
Cook. Si upike keki.
Usungushe.
Usungushe. Birthdays are still going on.
True.
Kwa birthday ukeka social distance ya watu 15, si utakula birthday. So unaweza pikia mtu keki. Exactly.
So in nutshell, adjust.
Be flexible.
Be flexible.
Exactly.
Speak to somebody. Live within your means. You all know an explanation of what you are and what you have in your life. I now want you to speak to a man, particularly men.
Okay.
These particular men have been living in Nairobi, living in Eldoret, and they have been living their life.
Exactly.
Now, right now, their social life has been brought completely down.
Exactly.
They have to live with us.
Yeah.
They have to withstand our madness.
Exactly.
They have to withstand the noises of the children. Children are all over. And you see, for us, they don't disturb us. But now this man finds this a nuisance. At the same time, the crabs are no longer, people are not going to the crabs. So they have been taking 1 or 2 for the road, or 1 for too many for the road.
Exactly.
And right now, they have been limited.
Exactly.
Even if you want to take that 1 or 2 for the road, it's not available because of money. Speak to these people who have completely a lifestyle change.
Exactly. Somebody said there's an opportunity in every difficulty.
Yes.
And there's a difficulty in every opportunity. The difference is your perspective. They tell us your problem is not the problem. Your problem is how you see the problem. So our problem is perspective. A good example is Goliath and David.
True.
They said Goliath is a big giant, he will kill us. They went hiding in caves. We are facing our Goliath right to a COVID. David said this Goliath is too big. I still cannot miss. So I'm going because I'm in KP.
Yes, I'm a young lad.
Nitatumia mawe. I will not even use a spear.
Yes.
He killed Goliath. In fact, alisema David alisema yule ambaye ataua Goliath atapatiwa nini? In the mind of David, he had already killed Goliath.
He was looking an opportunity.
Alikuwa anauliza sasa contract. Alikuwa anauliza motivation fee. Alikuwa anauliza sasa car allowance. Akabiwa mtapata pesa. akaambiwa ya kwamba your family no longer to pay taxes. Kwa Kenya Revenue mmetoka.
Nothing.
Na akaambiwa you're going to marry the daughter of the king. Akapata motivation. He could Korea. No, we are facing the same Korea. Some people are going to break. Some people are going to become better people.
Yes.
Depending on
perspective.
On perspective.
Perception.
So, perception. This is my point. There is an advantage with COVID. Okay? For example, this father always lives in Nairobi.
Yes.
Anajikuta kule Ngarua. Na hajakana, they have never stayed with the wife for 3 weeks continuously.
Yes, from the time they married.
Sasa curfew imewashika. Wako kwa isolation. You can use that chance to fight your wife. True. Or you can use that chance to build your marriage.
True.
I get my point. Take a walk with your wife and talk. Start anywhere.
Nice.
Start anywhere and talk. Take advantage of your 3 children. Sit down, read the Bible, have a Bible story. Let the children talk to you. You cheza game hapo na watoto. Ruka na rope. Sasa take advantage of this COVID. The most important thing I've come to realize with life is nothing is permanent.
True.
Even COVID is not permanent. COVID is seasonal. Next year, we shall talk about something else. 1952, we talked about emergency. I know you're not born.
But I know the state of emergency.
Ikaisha, sindio?
Yes.
2017 was a hot time in this country.
Yes, to do
with
the
elections.
True.
Kukakuja hadi shiki story
Ikaisha.
We
even don't have opposition today.
1997 we were talking about bomb blast. Hiyo story tulimaliza. Sindio? So things change. So my point is, COVID is seasonal. Whatever we are going through, you have lost your job. It is only for a time. Your business has gone down. It's only for a time. Your family squabbles. It's only for a time. You are going through loss and divorce. It's only for a time. Life has to go on. Let us have that element of hope. That there is a better tomorrow.
True.
But you can't have that better tomorrow, Monica, if you are dead.
True.
If you're dead, you can't have that better tomorrow. So the point is, let us live one day at a time. Let us adjust and be flexible. Let us share out what we are feeling. And let us know that there is something good that can come out of all this. And our tomorrow is better than our today.
Exactly. That is even powerful. I am even seeing Pastor Waweru is also bringing an aspect of encouragement from the Bible. So it is not over for those who are feeling like it is done with my life. It is done. Just become flexible and ensure you use this session for the best. So there are people who COVID-19 will become an advantage to them because they are looking at the gap in the market and they are seizing the opportunity.
Yes, any mask.
Yes, very true.
Exactly.
There are others who have withdrawn and now are giving up. So what Reverend Wawelo has told you is that we cannot give up because COVID is seasonal. It is here only for a time.
Exactly.
So possibly Reverend Wawelo give our viewers a parting shot.
Exactly.
What do they carry home so that they don't become depressed?
Exactly.
Can you speak to
we say
them?
depression is that feeling of gloom, helplessness, hopelessness. You feel as if you're in a tunnel, a dark tunnel. You're in a cave. You don't see even the end of the cave. You see as if there is no tomorrow. So depression leads to despair, which also leads to suicide. But I want to tell you, my viewer, there is light at the end of the tunnel. It is written, I know the plans I have for you.
Hallelujah.
They are plans to prosper you and not to harm you. They are plans to give you a future and a hope. And Isaiah said, tell the righteous, it shall be well.
Oh,
it shall be well with them. We have a tomorrow. And that tomorrow is awaiting us. And this too shall pass.
Thank you.
Even this shall pass.
It shall definitely pass.
Exactly.
Thank you, Reverend Wawelo, for that moment. Thank you, our viewers, for listening to us in this live broadcast. We are very happy. From me, your host, Monica Waithaka, what I'll tell you, take yourself through a season of paradigm shift. Go through a shift of your perception. Anything is possible. And anything is workable. It is doable and it is well. Goodbye from us. God bless you. See you another time, possibly in the same forum. Thank you.
Meli Production TV, Githima kia mwihoko.